Let's talk about how I've been using a flip phone for the last 8 years, why the hell I've been doing it, and how it's drastically improved my mental health. In high school, at about age maybe 16, I got my first phone, and it was a flip phone. Smartphones didn't exist yet, and it was really common to have either a flip phone or one of those slider phones that like slides open. If you were bougie, maybe you had the Motorola Razor, which was like the Rolls Royce of flip phones at the time. I would say up until about 13 or 2014, I rocked with the flip phone still. I stuck with it. I upgraded finally, I think in 2014 for a job, and, got on Snapchat, and Instagram was like kind of just becoming popular and all this shit. And so for like a couple of years, I was rocking in the technological world, plugged in, and I started to like notice that it was a bit of a problem, and it was like messing up my sleep, and I was getting like a little bit more anxious because I was just always on the phone because it's super addictive, and trying to moderate it with screen time apps and just setting rules of like at 9 o'clock I need to put it away, or keeping it in a different room. Nothing worked. It was this like kind of addictive, like craving mentality where I just like needed it and like couldn't really exist without it. Then I got to a point where I was like, I just don't see how I can moderate the usage of this thing. It feels like crack to me. I feel addicted. So I went to Walmart and I bought myself a goddamn flip phone and smashed my smartphone and said, peace out, motherfuckers. And this was 2016. Now, being in 2024, it's become, a bit more and more difficult to exist in the modern world with just a flip phone. Still worth it for me 100% due to the addictive nature that I have with technology. And so the reason I wanted to make this for anybody that like out there, if you're like kind of cluing in that like you have a lot of these issues, or your mental health is like clearly worse the more time you spend on your phone, or you have extreme anxiety, or you can't freaking sleep. It could be a lot of shit. I'm not diagnosing you, but for some people, the smartphone is the root for sure, and that's what it was for me. And switching to a flip phone drastically improved my mental health and my life overall, and that's why I've stuck with it. And it's worth it overall to deal with a lot of the downsides of not having a smartphone and trying to exist in the world in 2024, because my mental health is drastically better. Just overall led to me feeling better and having a somewhat healthy, normal relationship with technology, and still being able to make videos and create content using a laptop, having an extra layer of separation. And a lot of people don't have super destructive habits with technology. A lot of people coexist in a healthy way, where I think it's good that you have access to a smartphone, TVs, computers, and everything. It makes your life better. So it's really difficult for them to see that it would be a problem. And there isn't that social stigmatism in the way with alcohol, just an example, because it's easy, where a lot of people can drink alcohol and it's fine, but if they see somebody abusing it, we're socially aware where that's a problem. Whereas I don't think we've gained that social consciousness to be like, okay, this person has a problem with technology. They need to do something about it. They're asking for help. So that is not there yet. I don't think the answer, if you feel like like some people want to just reject the modern world and go live in the woods, if that speaks to you and that's what you want to do it. But I think it's more about finding ways to coexist and manage it. And I think using a flip phone should be an option for some people, or whatever it is, but it starts by having your own convictions and looking in the mirror and objectively assessing your patterns with it, and realizing that an addictive tendency could be present. And if it is, you're not going to discipline that shit out. And also, the people around you, your family, your peers, may not support your inclinations or your desire, or your saying, maybe I haven't, like, people aren't necessarily, unfortunately, we're not there. So you have to, in yourself, be really strong in your conviction that this is a problem for me, and I'm going to take aggressive action to try to live a better life for the time that I'm here. That's the way I saw it. And over the past 8 years, it's still been rocky. It's still been ups and downs. And I'm going to make another video kind of talking about addiction with social media and how that's a beast of its own, regardless of if you have a smartphone or not. But overall, my life has been so much better for me using a flip phone. And I think this, if you have a problem, this could be your sign to do something about it and to own it yourself. And I'm not saying everyone should switch to a flip phone. Absolutely not. It's not going to be worth it for everybody, but for some people it is. In the same way that for some people you shouldn't drink alcohol, man, or you need to find some way to cut the substance out, or you just shouldn't have access to online gambling, whatever it is. There's addiction that exists in the human condition, and we're pretty defenseless to the algorithms and the internet and the degree of stimulation. Our brains have not evolved to keep up with the pace of technological advancement. And so for a portion of the human ecosystem, we need to be more aware and realize that some people really have a tough time with technology, and I'm one of them. And it's not been easy because there isn't enough awareness around this to really help and support those people. I just wanted to share my experience and let you know that there's people out there that have problems with technology use and smartphone usage, and I was one of them, and I still am. Like, I have to be on it, and I have to be aware, and even with a laptop, I have to make sure that I shut it down by 9 or 10 o'clock to let my brain chill back out. I have to make sure to at least go outside and walk. Even I'm making content, if I spend a big day video editing, I need to put it away and go walk to take care of my mind, to let my mind calm back down. And I'm managing it. I'm managing to coexist with it and use it and still be able to make a video like this because I love creating content. And so I think it's about finding ways to manage it, finding ways to keep it in your life, but manage it. If technology use and addiction to your phone is a severe problem, and you know that, and you're aware of it, make a fucking change, man. You only have so much time on the planet. Even if you could just shift and then start enjoying your days a little bit more, being able to sleep, not being so socially anxious, not being so afraid of the world or whatever other mental health problem it's causing for you, then it's worth it, man, because you don't know how long you're going to live. So make the shift so that you can start living a little better tomorrow. Why not? Like, what do you stay in that little miserable corner just because everybody else is doing it? And people are going to look at you weird and make fun. I'm doing it, man. I'm out here being a fucking dork with my flip phone for 8 fucking years, okay? So if you feel like, oh, I can't do that, or oh, I won't fit in, fitting in, man. Think about me. I'm an idiot with my flip phone every day. I don't give a shit, dude. Live your life. Do things that are going to make you healthier. Listen to your truth. That's what's important, because you only have so much time on the planet before you're gone. I know it's like I don't mean that in like a dark way. I mean that in a positive way. Like, life is beautiful in that it's finite and you have a fixed amount of time here, and you should try to optimize that in whatever way that you want. And being super addicted and dopamine dependent to a device objectively is not the way to go. It's just, I can relate because it's a painful place to be. And I've spent some time there in the darkness. I've seen it. And, I said, fuck that. I'm not doing that. And if you're in that darkness too, then I hope this is, something that could help you to say, fuck that, and make a drastic change. Don't just keep floating just because it's okay and just because you're comfortable. You can be comfortably miserable forever. You can be comfortably miserable for a long ass time, and a lot of people are. I hope that helps you. I hope that you enjoyed the video, and maybe that motivates you or sparks some of you to make the shift if you need it, because you're not alone. If you're stuck and you're struggling, being addicted to the internet or social media or the device, you can make a change. I did. You can do it too. Have a great day. Peace.